This is the Titan Futures 1 point a day challenge. Earning your living executing trades from the comfort of your home seems a lot more cool than most 9 to 5 gigs. Trouble is, if you don't know what you're doing, you can wreck your portfolio. But with our trading instructors, BK, Soto, and Mitchell, you'll learn how to day trade the futures market. Streaming daily, 9 to 11 a.m. Free. This is a free trading education channel. The Titan Futures 1 point a day challenge, where everybody is welcome. Get in the chat, ask us questions, learn. And now your instructors. This is BK, Soto, and Mitchell.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. It's December 30th, 2019. Hope everybody had a great and safe Christmas and got to spend some good time with family, hopefully, and good times with friends. And hope everybody had a great Christmas. But we're here. We're getting going, getting ready to get started for the new year here. So I hope everybody's doing well. Check out the, if you're looking at the screen here, you'll see the legal disclaimers. Make sure you understand those. And those are just simply, this live stream is for educational purposes only, okay? Nothing we do here is for a trade recommendation in any way, shape, or form. We're not your financial advisor, trading advisor, registered investment advisor. We're just a bunch of guys getting together talking about trading. But any trades we take here is not a recommendation, okay? So just remember that. This is all for educational purposes only, so take full responsibility of your trading. All right. Like I said, if you're just joining us, there's 3 traders here, myself, Soto, and Mitchell. I think Mitchell will be jumping on here in a few minutes. But Soto, you there this morning?
Yeah, buddy. Good morning.
Good. Good morning. Everything okay? You doing well?
Yep. I'm doing great. I'm in a trade. I've been in the trade. Yeah, I've been in the trade for the last 5, 10, 15... 20 minutes.
Okay.
Got in at 3241.5, and I know you got to go soon, so we can talk about it later.
I just got to step away just for a second.
Yeah.
I'll let you go ahead and talk for a few minutes. I got to step away just for a second. I'll be back in about 5 minutes. So go ahead and take it over.
All right, bud. Take care.
All right.
All right, guys. So, I just posted that information, by the way, on Discord. So, if you don't have the link, we will put it up here. Actually, I might be able to put it in the chat here. So, but while I do that, I use the candle that is positioned at 8:45. That is a demand zone. That candle is a demand candle because it's engulfed by the previous candle. The 8:40 candle engulfs the 8:45 candle there, and then we had a strong move out of that area. So I used that candle when price came in back at 9:05, and even though price had increased prior to 9:05, volume had decreased. So I had to trade in. It quickly picked me up, and I was in this trade before I got my point for a good 5 minutes. Then at 9:10, I got my point exit at 3242.5. This is my first exit. So I took some of the contracts that I had put in, and I took some out so I can lock in that money, right? So the majority of my positions were taken out at a point profit. And so I just leave a few other positions open to allow me to earn some additional points. But again, not risking anything, giving up anything. I locked in the majority of my positions at a 1 point profit. And that allows me to, be up for, get closer to my goal of the week and not losing out on anything. So I always locked in that first point. And if it would have gone against me, I would have only lost 1 point of 1 point. My positions are all 1 point. So we have a 1 point profit, stop and loss. But when we trade more than one contract, you're able to, if you want, and you're able to use the additional contracts and maybe have a different exit position, a 2 points or 3 points or whatever, you decide to do. The way I do it is I do one. My first position is a 1 point, like we all do, and then my second position exit profit is a 2 points, And then my third position, it's actually open. So I let it run and I manually close it when I feel like it's the right time to close it based on going into other supply and demands or more resistant areas, just kind of depending on how the market is moving. So, but you may be asking, well, what happens if you lock in your first point at a point profit and you have your others open? And what happens if the price goes back down against you? Well, I already have this set up on the system that after I get my 1 point, and it goes to the point that I take a profit, my 1 point stop that was 1 point negative, if it was going to go against me, it actually moves that point stop into one take a profit. So the worst that could happen after I get my 1 point of profit, my position at 1 point of profit and the remaining are open, the worst thing that can happen is that I would lock the remaining contracts only at one take of profit. And so I'm still going to win. I'm still going to make money from those positions. And so now that's good to do. I think, in my opinion, I like to do that usually when I'm a bit up. So it's the end of the month and I'm up for the month. So you can do weekly goals, which I do have. My weekly goal is to meet certain numbers before I do, a more high risk run, instead of locking all of my positions at one point in. But also I have it where at the end of the month, if I'm up for the month, I would be a little more liberal on letting it run a little, less, not as tight. So I'm not locking as many points in as price is moving. And that allows me to potentially lock in more points. But understanding that even if it does come back and it takes me out, no big deal. So I'm just opening the YouTube channel here. So if you have any questions or anything, it looks like we do have the Discord posted, so good. I just looked at that. And I'm texting my friends to let them know that we are on. So see if they're able to join us for sure. So like I said, right now I went in using the demand zone at 8:45. Took a trade in at 9:05. Locked in my first positions exit at 3242.5, which is a 1 point profit. It did touch my second position of profit, but it didn't take me out. So I still got the remaining contracts open, which is a small fraction of my overall positions. And so worst case scenario, the remaining positions will be taken out at a take profit. And if that's the case, I'm okay with that. So, but again, I'm doing it because it's the end of the month. I'm up for the month overall, and so I'm okay leaving some money on the table if you want to use those terms. I don't see it that way, but some people do, and that's okay. So that's kind of what's going on.
All right, I'm back.
Little BK's back.
Yeah. Hey, good morning, Paul. How are you doing? Hope you had a great Christmas, man. Merry Christmas if you hadn't. But looking forward to the new year, but hope you had a great Christmas. Mm-hmm. All right, man. So let's talk about this trade. I'm assuming you've been telling everybody what you did here.
Yep. And I posted on the
you posted on Discord? All right, great. Yeah. Let's take a look at that real quick. You've been active this morning.
Well, it was just one trade. I don't know. It was a great trade, I think. So.
Okay.
It was
How
good.
many points you get out of that?
Got a point, and I'm still on a run on it.
Are you still running?
Yeah. It touched my 2 point target. It did not take me out. So
okay.
no. But the reason is I was telling them that I'm okay with that, even if it comes back and takes me out of take profit. Because of it's the end of the month, so I'm up for the month. So towards the end of the month, I'm able to, be a little more liberal when it comes to not locking, necessarily playing it too tight, locking those ticks in. Even though it's the first of the week, my overall of the month, I'm still up, so I'm willing to leave some money on the table if you know want to see it that way.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, that's a good trade right there, man. That's perfect. Perfect bounce off of that zone, out of that zone there.
Mm-hmm.
Nice quick run.
Yeah, nice little push there. Yeah,
That's when you know you're in the right spot, right? And you get a push
that's
like
it.
that out of the zone. That's the ideal situation. That's what you're looking for. That's when you know
Absolutely.
you're right in the right spot with the big boys, the
Yeah.
computers and the algorithms. So very nice.
Very, very good little push for sure. So
Yeah, good job. All right. See, let's see. And we got some rejection out of this zone, which we should have gotten, and we did.
yeah, yeah, it should be on my map. Do you see the I'm sorry, the 4 o'clock candle? And
Yep.
then within the 4 o'clock candle, I put the whole 4 o'clock candle just because it's a traditional.
Right.
But within that, I looked at the 355, right?
Right.
And so I would have tried to go short there, but I was in the trade, right? So, but yeah, it bounced nice out of that area, strong push down
Yeah.
out of that area. So I was hoping that they were going to bounce off, come back and bounce off this 9 o'clock candle here, and I was hoping they would continue to go up. It looks like they're going back to
Pushing through.
the original zone here. Yeah, no big deal. So I'm out.
You're out of your trade. Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Still a
out.
great trade, though, man. Nice job.
Yeah, yeah.
Morning, LJ. I hope you're doing well. Hope you had a great Christmas.
Okay, good morning.
And Soto's already made a point or two this morning, so he was explaining this trade there. So nice job, Soto. So we just now drew the zone in for this rejection. If you see on my screen, obviously I didn't take it because I just drew it in, but I had to step away from the computer. But that would obviously, I mean, that's a zone Soto already had drawn up there, which was the right supply zone, and we're seeing respect on that, right? You saw a good bounce out of that right there. So things are working properly this morning so far.
Yeah, I like how they're bouncing off. You know, things like you said properly, really good here. So I'm just about to. I need to. Sorry, I need to get this ready here. Crap. Where's the? I accidentally pressed the wrong thing here. There you go. So yeah, I like how it's bouncing off today. I think we're gonna have a good day.
Yeah, it's moving nicely out of these areas here. Now it's going to try to mark up bigger time zones.
Yeah. You know how I know I'm gonna have a good day?
How's that, man?
I already got my point, so I don't have to trade anymore.
There you go. Good. No more trading for you, huh?
I'm just saying, I may not have to trade anymore.
Yeah, that's it. Definitely on the 1 point a day challenge, that's what you should be doing, making that first point and being done with it. So this is market open right here. So you got to move to the downside. So we'll be patient and see. We might be getting another little bounce out of here. I would expect we'll get a bounce out of the zone here. Let me draw this up real quick. Not gonna be able to trade it just for me because we're in this time frame, but I expect we'll get a bounce out of this zone right here, out of the 8 o'clock. Let me see if that's 8 o'clock.
805.
805 candle, the hidden zone there, because it's actually preceded with a traditional too. So a traditional demands on it at 810. So it's a pretty strong traditional. So you got a traditional and demand right there inside of each other. So because that big push right up there, even though it just made it matched the previous swing high, it's still considered a good traditional demand zone as well. So, but we'll get a bounce somewhere inside the 805 candle, I imagine. But can't do anything right now until about 9:35 or so.
Yep. By the way, you wrote on the text 9:15. By the way, that's why I was asking you if it was Central or Eastern.
Okay.
No, like what time you were gonna log in?
I did. Yeah, I know. I understand.
Oh, okay.
I
Well,
put
you made it
Central.
sound like yeah.
Yeah, I should have put Eastern. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And more than that, yeah, we had a good, guys had a great Christmas. Yeah, we also had a great Christmas. Well, I had a great Christmas. I don't know if you did. I had a great Christmas, so yeah.
Yeah, we had to deal with some people, but we were all right. Yeah, we had a great
Yeah.
Christmas. Good time with friends and family, man, which was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. I'm glad to hear, LJ, you had a great Christmas. Good job. All right, that's great. So yeah, we're back into the zone now that we just talked about being in. We'll probably bounce right here at 39.50. Looks like we're doing that. So yeah, good look somewhere around in this area, even down to 29.25. Good bounce.
29.25, yeah.
Yeah, I think we're gonna get a little push out of this zone here, but can't. I'm not gonna take it just yet. Still higher risk because we're in that opening. Even though it's a good zone, it could push through it, you know. And so you just have to be aware of that and be ready for it. But that's the reason we're not going to trade, and or at least I'm not going to trade at the open right here. It's pushing through that. Yeah, I just pushed through it all the way. Even though I respected it a little bit, it would have never given your full point respect. So, so that's a good reason why we're not trading in the open right here.
Yep. Nice little push down there.
Yeah, pretty heavy push to the downside here.
Let's see, I gotta get some stuff here. I don't have anything down here. We got a couple of things here. You got 630 and then 625.
Yeah, you got 620. I'd be more conservative. This is one of those lessons we had last time, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Go to the most conservative zone here, and that for me is the 625.
Yeah.
So we'll go to I'll go to that, and it's gonna just touched it and just bounced off of it.
Yep, right at the top there.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they might want to be continue to push down low.
That's a big push down, guys.
They're still pushing down.
Push, so.
They rejected just long enough to let us know there's something there, but it's going to keep pushing down.
Yeah, still pushing. So this is the whole reason why we don't trade in this 935 candle right there, boys.
Yep. But that might be a good spot for later to use as a supply.
Yeah.
If it comes back down.
Yeah.
Or up, rather.
You can see why we're bouncing right where we're at right now. If you go to the left over here, yesterday, it's kind of pushing through that. Yeah, last week. Got a lot of wicks right down here, and you see this pushing. It's playing right around in this area right here right now. It's actually playing out of this candle right here. Here at 1645. And it's pushed through it, so yeah, we're just on down move right now, guys. We're just gonna have to wait for this thing to slow down.
Can you imagine if I would have traded to go short instead? They're at 32.42.5.
Yeah, it'd have been nice. It'd have been nice short.
You can have
Can't
nothing.
have nothing, man.
You can't even have a little trade on the downside.
Yeah, so we're definitely bouncing out of the zone right now over here from a couple days ago on the 26th at 1535, it looks like. At the 26th, yeah, the 1626. We're bouncing out of that zone right now. And it could push a little bit lower, it looks like, still, but there's definitely some support right through there. But we can't jump. I'm not going to jump in front of this fallen knife, so to speak, right here. I'm going to wait for it to take a breather and look for a continuation to the downside probably at this point. So, but we'll just kind of wait and see. But we're not going to trade anymore. We don't trade. We're not trading. This is a good reason why we don't trade out of that 935 candle. So, but now we need to wait for a good area for it to just kind of slow its roll a little bit. And looks like we're getting some buyers coming back in this area, as you guys can see. If you look to the left here, you see all the price action over here, right? All this area over here is price action that we're getting some. We got buyers right here, so that's slowing price down a little bit, and then you can see that. So it could definitely push through any of this area down here, over here, but right through here we're getting. You got buyers, and you got these pivot candles right through here with. So that's showing a lot of action. So we just have to kind of wait for it to see which one it wants to respect, and which one wants to which area it wants to turn around from. You know, there's going to be some buyers have to step up and really turn the price here, and we just have to kind of wait and see which areas are going to give us that. Okay. So we just have to be patient. But it's wanting to push pretty strong for sure. Pretty strong push right now.
It's a classic post-Christmas push down. That's what they call it.
That's it. That's it. Good job, man. Good job. You got it. The post-Christmas push.
Yep.
Good job.
Are you familiar with the New Year's hike up?
The what? The New Year's hike up? No, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with that one.
Well, I'll show it to you next year.
Next year. All right. I appreciate it.
I'd rather let the market show it to you than me kind of drawing things out.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah. And don't assume it's necessarily an up move. It could be an easy down move.
So I thought you said it was a hike up, though. I mean,
hike up. Hike up has nothing to do with the position of which way you're going, like necessarily like up or down in price. But hike up is more related to where your position is on the world. See?
Oh, okay. I didn't know any of that.
Yeah. Well, that's what I said. I'll show you next month.
Yeah, show me next month. Okay.
By the way, I'm making all this up. Just people that.
Yeah, you definitely making it up, but that's all right.
Yeah.
Sounds good anyway.
I know you know I'm making it up, but I can probably see Paul writing notes down. Paul. Morning, Caroline. About time you signed up.
Caroline's in the house. All right, good. Good morning, Caroline.
Yeah.
That's all right. I was a little late myself this morning, so no worries.
Yeah, that's right.
I got an hourly zone that's pushing, either going to respect the bottom of it or it's going to push through it as well. So we'll see if it wants to push on through.
Yeah. Can't really do much. We got actually volume increasing.
Yeah. We're just kind of in a tough spot right here. We just can't do anything really at the moment.
Yeah.
At the moment. You know, even though we want to, just can't do it, man. You got to wait.
Yeah. The old waiting.
Yeah, that point stop will get eaten up really quickly, so we gotta wait. Let's spread back out here.
Let's see here.
So we got a candle close inside the zone, so that's a good sign. Got a little respect right here. I think there's zones just below that as well, so on the hourly, so we could push through this hourly zone here as well before we find real good support for our bounce, but it could bounce out of this area right here. It could respect it enough to bounce here, so you just have to wait and see. One thing I will look for, if this 5-minute candle closes out of this zone to the upside, I will look for a bounce off the top of that hourly zone to the upside. Does that make sense?
No, say that again.
Okay. This 5-minute candle we have going on, we're just talking speculation right now for the fact that we're a little early, but for this 5-minute candle we got forming right here, you see how the hourly zone on my chart respected, right? It stopped it. It went to the very bottom and stopped.
Correct.
So if this creates an inside bar here in this next candle, right, this green candle that's forming right now, if it wants to close out of the zone to the upside, a bullish, okay, I will look for it to come back and retest the top at 32.31 of the hourly zone, and I will put a trade in there to go long, most likely. Because it's obviously showing respect. So if it wants to push out of that to the upside, I think it's going to come back in and retest the top of that, because that's the top of the support area, right? So I would assume I would expect price to bounce at the 32.31 if price wants to come back after. It's all after this candle closed though, so we gotta have to wait for that. But we need to wait to see what this candle's gonna do.
I hear what you're saying.
Do you hear what I'm saying?
I do.
All right.
The question is, do I feel what you're saying? And I also feel it.
Do you? I don't think you do.
I do. I feel it, bro. I'm with it.
Oh yeah.
See, when you don't know, there's actually a little hidden zone there at the top of that area there. So just go with it.
Oh, just go with it. Okay.
Just go with it. Like, what would you say that?
I'll go with
Don't take all the credit. You gotta
I'm not trying to take
credit
anything.
around.
You guys, I'm giving you all the credit, man. It's all
Now, I don't want
Minnesota.
credit. I just want to point out like little things that you missed, But you didn't really miss, but I want to make it sound like you did.
Yeah. Okay. Well, so what am I missing? Tell me about that zone again.
Well, yeah. So what happens here is if we get this candidate to push out of this area to the north and get a solid push out, I may take a trade here to go long, around 31 and a quarter, 31 flat to go long. Because right at the top of that zone, they got a little hidden zone there at 925 from a long time ago. Let's see, from December 26th. There you got a big, kind of too big to use this number of points, but the 930 candle there, it's a hidden zone. So I'm actually going to minimize that zone and go to the very top there. And there's a lot of not only that's the supply and demand, but there's a lot of support resistance in that area. So this could be our pivot point here for the day. Looks like they're going a little lower.
Yeah, they're pushing a little bit lower. My bar timer's messed up for some reason. Okay, well, so that just nixed that whole conversation we just had.
It did, because I was looking at your chart, because I was back here, and your chart, they haven't broken the bottom yet.
Well, they have now. It's been broken.
Now you just did, yeah.
Which I did say there's an area right here at 3228. That could be the an hourly. It's an hourly zone. I just didn't draw it, but let me draw it real fast. It's a tight one. It's a very tight one, but it's there.
Yeah, I'm putting a trade in here to go long at 27.5.
Oh yeah.
Yep, there's a man. I'm gonna have to make a little video, guys.
Did you get in?
But
that was the middle of the hourly zone I got
Did it-
drawn up.
Did it pick me up? No, it hasn't picked me up yet.
Well, why not, man? I
No,
thought that was
it's a 27. I said 27.5.
All right. Okay. Oh, I got you.
No, it touched me now. And just so you know, I'm trading only a very small percentage of my contract, so I'm willing to take that because volume is increasing, right? Or did increase, so I'm willing to take that high risk trade.
Okay.
And it touched me, but it didn't pick me up. It just picked me up.
You're in now? Okay.
Yep, a minute. I'm at 0.5, 0.2,
Nice.
0. Yep. Let's see if it gives it to me here. I didn't like how it went to 0.5 and then come back down to 0. Yeah, it's going to be heavy here. Let's see if we can manage this situation here. Let's see. Yeah, they're going to go deeper. Yeah.
I think they're actually going to probably get down into the 23 and a half, 23.75.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
A lot of movement. You see this movement? It's the old Italian movement here. I want to take away from losing.
It's
Being taken out here.
the old Italian movement?
Yeah, it's a lot of quick movement.
Oh,
What-
that's okay.
I'm joking again. Stop joking. Okay. Is that here? There it is. I gotta get this ready here. Okay, I gotta manage that here. Let's see what it is right here.
Is he going to give it to you?
Yes, give it to me, Goose.
Nice. Did you get it?
I got it, dude.
Good. I just
I'm working on.
work on the new one.
Yeah, can you hear that?
I heard that.
Sorry, I got like 20 things going on. Yeah, got my point, and then came back and took me out to take profit.
All right, nice. Good job.
I did take 3 ticks of heat though. It's been a while since that's happened.
3 ticks.
I almost forgot how it looks like. But I knew that was a high risk trade, right?
Right.
But I only did a fraction of my contract, so even if I would have lost the whole point, it would have been a very small dent in my account from today, from my profit from today.
Okay.
Man, look at this. Now, of course, it's going to go up north 20 points. You can't handle it. You can't even run.
Can't even get a little run, man.
Alright, let's see, where's the score?
I think it's still going to go lower.
Do you think, yeah.
I think it think it's going to go a little bit lower still. So I'll just be patient and wait.
That's the key, man.
That is the key.
I missed your dad this morning. I had to eat all by myself instead of sneaking out. Instead of sneaking out and buying some breakfast before eating breakfast for the whole family.
Yeah. I bet that was odd for you, wasn't it?
No, it was actually my idea. That was the funny part. Like, I didn't want to be rude, you know? So I was like, oh man, because I can't just buy it and then eat it in front of him. And then, like, he'd be like, dude, you know we're eating breakfast, right? Like, so I had to tell him. So I'm like, hey, you know, I know you're cooking breakfast, and I know it's going to be really good, but I'm just really hungry like, right now. Do you mind if, like, would it be okay if I bought this real quick and just ate it? He's like, yeah, we're going to get 2 of those. And he's like, I do that all the time. I was like, oh, really? Okay, so I'm not the only one that does it. I said, no, okay, good. He's like, don't tell anyone. And I didn't tell anyone. He was the one that said anything. That was funny.
Yeah. He actually does do that a lot, man. He'll go out to get something, pick up something to eat just to eat, or he'll go get something for everybody else, but then he'll pick something up a little extra for himself.
I love it.
Yeah, that's nothing
Classic.
wrong with that, man.
No.
Yeah.
Mitch, actually, I gotta tell you in a minute. Hold on, I'm writing this notes down here. Mitch did something similar.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, take a drink for sure. It took a long.
What's that?
So I'm writing my dictations here for the Discord.
For the Discord. Alright, so we're going into this other zone. I just moved out. We're gonna. I think it might come a little bit deeper. It's bouncing off of this, or it's kind of showing respect at the top of this zone here, but I think I expect it to go a little bit deeper, or I would like it to go a little bit deeper. Maybe I should say it that way. But I'd like it to get down to 32.23, 75-ish, and I'll be looking to take a trade to the long side from there.
All right. And I just posted that second trade I just took here.
Okay.
On Discord. I had a trade to go short at 29 and a quarter, but I didn't get picked up, so I'm going to remove that trade now.
Alright. Put in a trade.
Order pending.
So I got a trade. I got an entry order sitting at 32.2375, which is kind of in the bottom third of that zone I got drawn up with an hourly zone there. So I'm going to put it down there. It's definitely a little more conservative, but I'm willing to wait after this big move here. I'm willing to wait to be a little more conservative if I'm kind of going to buck the trend here. And hopefully it comes and gets me. If it doesn't, then it doesn't. But
Okay, there's a little zone here at 955 I might be able to use here. Let's see. I don't know if it's broken to that area or not yet, but I'm trying it up. 955 from several days ago.
okay.
From December 24th. Or whatever, yeah, December 24th. It's the prices from 23.5 to about 22.5.
Alright.
So I don't know if price has gone there yet, because again, I'm going back and looking at for zones here. So here's the spot. I really don't like going back. It's just so much. It's just weird doing it. I don't know how to do it properly, maybe. So.
Yeah, you don't.
Okay. See,
So you rolling that mouse wheel.
Yeah, I know. Well, I don't know how to do it in a better way. I mean, I know I can grab the bottom and it moves too fast and I move. There's probably a better way, but I don't know how to do it.
Okay, that's all right. You just do what you do, man.
I did. Oh, and you got 2 points. 2 straight. 2 trades back to back, you know?
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, I don't have any right now, so I can't say anything, can I?
I'm kidding, bro. And I have a little cell down there. It's not the most promising zone, but it's 3217 area. So look at that for potential rejection.
3217. Oh yeah, down low. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. How can you already see that? How do you? What screen do you have? Do you have like just a around the world screen, like you don't even have to scroll or anything?
Yeah, dude.
I don't know.
Use
Maybe
the slide bar, man.
slide. I see. I don't know how you use the slide bar because it moves. The way I do it is just I get lost real quick.
Well, sounds like a personal problem, man.
It does. It is. Yeah. Oh, look at this bounce. So this, I have a little zone here from 27 and a quarter to 27.5, and this current price action here came up right to the top of that and bounced off that to go short here. But I missed that because I was looking for zones. And then I have a little a blue line here at 24.75, but I'm not going to trade out of that. I'm going to wait to get down to 23.5 at least.
Yeah. Well, the 24.75 was the right trade on the bounce originally, which was actually a engulfed an inside zone from an hourly time frame, but I just encompassed it with a bigger one. So just because I believe it's going to get a little bit lower, but it would have been a good bounce, but didn't get it.
Yeah.
So we can get a push back up in here, though. I might look for an opportunity to the short side around 320 to 32.30 to 31. 30 and a half to 31 and a half, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
I might look for an opportunity to go short. So I'm gonna watch that.
Yeah. So, just so people know, we're still using supply and demands. We're just having to go back farther where price action has been in last, right? So, and obviously because it's been moving up north, it's not been triggered yet. They haven't been used. So there's still good zones even from 2 weeks ago, right? So.
So I'm gonna get rid of my trade here that I have on the chart. My everything's kind of moving slow and messing up this morning.
Order canceled.
It still looks good, like real clear.
What's going on here? Everything's just
slow.
I'm having to click on things 2 and 3 times, and I'm not sure what's going on here.
Yeah.
But,
I'm actually gonna do, based on this close here, I have a trade here to go short at 30.75, but I'm actually gonna add another one here to go long.
Down below.
Yeah, right at 22.5. Or 27 point.
Order pending.
Right. I got an order to go short at 30 and a half. So if price wants to get up to that, then I'll look to short that at 30 and a half.
Yep. Did you happen to look at the hour candles to see if we had anything around this area?
Yeah, that's what my orange zones are hourly.
Oh, that's right, your orange. Yeah, man, I keep forgetting your orange. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Again, I use the oranges for my 5 minutes. Okay.
Gotta be different, don't you?
Yeah. Well, perfect, because right now we're overlapping with the 5 minutes in an hour, so that's good. That's good.
Nice.
Let me go a little. I just missed the trade. Yeah. 29 and a half here. Sorry. Let's see here. 30 minutes. Sorry, I'm talking out loud here. All right, I got that trade there at 27.5 to go long.
Okay.
So keep an eye on it. And again, I'm doing over. Yeah, so 27 and a half. Yeah.
All right.
And again, I'm willing to do it because of my. I'm doing a very small fraction on my contracts. All right, I'm in the trade.
Order canceled.
Sitting on the negative for now.
I think it should get a good bounce though, because at 27 even, you got definitely that's where your VPOC is on that big bullish green candle. So I think you'll be all right.
All right.
7 even. But I'll go ahead just in case. I'm gonna go ahead and put one.
Yeah, they're going a little lower. Let's see. They're bouncing out the 27 flat. Yeah, they went a little lower here. 26 and a quarter. Maybe they're taking out here. Let's see.
I'm gonna go in at 26.50 to maybe if it wants to get that low and bounce off of that hourly.
Yep, I'm already taking out here.
Order
I'm out of
filled.
trade, so for
I'm in on a trade here, so we'll see if it wants to reject enough before it goes lower. I think it still wants to go a little lower, but
yeah,
'cause we're going against the trend right here, guys. So
right.
that's always a higher risk, and we got to be careful for that. So
Yep.
because we got you see on my screen that hourly time frame to the upside.
Target filled.
I got my target first point, so
Nice.
I'm now trading
Congrats,
with the
buddy.
tick. So watch that. But the reason why it's higher risk because see this hourly time zone I have right here, right up we rejected off perfect off of that
Stop filled.
to go back to the downside. So we're kind of right in between two hourly zones, which makes it a much higher risk trade. Because the overall direction is down, right? And we had good respect and rejection at 29 and a half to go back down, which was an hourly zone. It pushed down. So got a quick little bounce. I'm out of the trade, obviously, at a tick there, but you see that. But you see why that's a higher risk trade because I was going against the trend that's continuing to be respected to the downside. So that's the reason I notified it being a higher risk trade. But
Yeah.
and you can see why it happens. It pushed down faster than it's pushing up, than it went up. And it's because we're going with the trend, man. It's always easier to swim with the stream than against it, right?
Yeah.
And that's kind of how you look at it and have to think about it. So, but I still look to go to take a long trade still down here at 23 and a 3/4, somewhere around there, 23 and 3/4, right around in this area. Towards the bottom, I'd still be looking to take a trade somewhere in this area here. So I'll watch price to see if it wants to push a little bit lower before it goes up a little bit because it's going to retrace a little bit, kind of get it back up in this area, up in this blue area. Up in this on these big long candles there. It's going to recover some of that, but we just got to wait for that to find the right opportunity for that to happen. And like I said, I'll be looking for that to happen somewhere around this 23 and a half to 23.75, potentially to take a little bounce there to the upside.
Yeah. I like how I went right to the fundamental candles that we had or that overlapped with the 1 hour candle.
Uh-huh.
One tick in or so and good bounced off. So
Rejected off nicely, didn't it?
we're just a little high, I think. I was up in 31 and a half or so. You were
Yeah, I was at 30 and a half.
30 and a half. Okay, yeah, I was at 31 or 30.75. So a little too high, but it's all right.
That's all right. Yeah, it's okay. And it could have round out a bottom here and go a little bit higher, and it could before it
Yeah.
wants to come back down. That's all right too. If it doesn't want to go any lower right now, then it's showing buyers right here, so we gotta
Mm.
see if they're
And we
strong
had-
enough to hold up price.
Yeah, we had news at 9:45.
Yeah. What was it? I didn't even look at news.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry.
I normally do that.
Yeah, it's not I don't think it was a big deal. It was something about Chicago. Let's see. Chicago PMI?
Oh, okay. Uh-huh. All right, good.
Seems to
LJ,
be-
nice job. LJ made a point at 32, 26, 25. Nice job, LJ. Good job.
All right.
That was a good spot.
Made point
It
to
was a higher risk trade, and
just
make sure you understand why that was a higher risk trade.
order.
Um,
Yeah.
We both took it. I took it as well, but just understand, knowing going in, it was a little higher risk because we're bucking against the trend, right? Trend's down, so we're trying to swim upstream here a little bit, and we just we knew we're not going to swim much, right? It wasn't going to be a runner there because there's so much pressure to the downside. So we just have to know that going in that the lower risk trade's always going to be with the trend, okay? And we were going against it. It was a good reason. We had some support there, and we were watching that happen in live, and we had zones there to show potential support bounce, so that was good. It's just a little bit higher risk trade. So good job, though. You made the point, so nice job. Just know why we do it, and understand, that it is a higher risk, and it could have taken us out quickly, but we were willing to take the risk because we felt it was going to be strong enough for a quick bounce, and that's what we got out of it. Just
Yeah.
make sure we understand that.
BK, would it be too loud to eat chips and salsa?
Not if you take your mic off, it won't. If you keep your mic on, it's going to be a little loud.
I know. Yeah, I do want to eat it. I'm just gonna wait.
Your little chips and salsa at 9 o'clock, huh?
Yeah.
Right.
Well, some of us woke up at 4:30 this morning, but
I'm sure some
they
of us
already
did.
have. Yeah.
I wasn't one of them.
I know, dude. I think I'm becoming like my grandpa or something. Like getting up so early. I don't know why. Hey, I want to sleep.
What?
I want to sleep more.
Yeah. I've kind of slept in the last 3 or 4 or 5 days, which I normally don't do, but I'm kind of sleeping in a little bit, which I like.
Yeah, buddy.
All right, I think that's the.
Yeah, homeboy's ready.
I think that's the Mitchell. All right. Hold on, let me bring in old homeboy, as you call him.
Hey,
Buddy.
hey, bud.
What's up?
What's up, man? How are you?
Pretty good. I exist. I still
That's good you exist. Let me get, where's Soto's not coming in? Let's find Soto. Where you at, Soto? Let me add Soto to this call, which he should have been in there anyway. Alright. Let's see if he'll come through here. Calling Soto, but he is not answering.
Hello?
There he is.
What's up, man?
Hey, guys. Morning.
Morning. All right. So, Mitchell, had a good Christmas, man. Good time? Family? Uh-oh. You guys there? Nobody.
We lost anybody?
Yeah, I'm good. Good. Sorry, someone just called me to talk to me about my student loans, and I ain't got a scholarship to college, so I had to.
That's funny. I had that same call, and I was like, I was fortunate I didn't have to pay a single penny to go to college. What student loans do I have?
That's what I was thinking. I was like, well, y'all know about something I don't. I don't want to know about it. So.
That's good.
How'd everyone do? Did everyone have a Merry Christmas?
Yeah, man, it was a great Christmas. How about yourself?
Awesome. Yeah, we've been busy, just going back and forth here and there, but it's been fun.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas, buddy.
Yeah, Merry Christmas, everyone.
Happy New Year.
It's about that time.
Yeah. I want to be that guy. I like to say Happy New Year, even when, like, going into February. You know those people.
You're going to be one of those people, aren't you?
I got to do this for fun.
I tell you what drives me nuts. There's when people, like, when it gets close to the new year, people will be like, I'll see you next year. It's like,
Oh, my God.
come on, man. We get it. Like, that was cool when you were 6.
Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah, that's good.
Scarlett, man, she is like, she thinks she's actually potentially going to space today. So I was like, if I take you to space, you call me before you leave. She's like, I will, I promise.
Yeah.
She's going to space camp, huh? That's awesome.
Yeah.
Is that for the week or what?
Yeah, just for a couple days. They do this thing up here, which I didn't realize, but like when the schools are out, you can sign them up in the Space and Rocket Center. It's like a camp. It's space camp, but for when the schools are out. So if you work and stuff, so it's been kind of nice.
Yeah.
So this
That's awesome.
day of 2 days.
That's funny.
Oh, good for her. She thinks she's going to space. That's cool.
Oh yeah, she's got tights on with planets on them and a rocket ship on her shirt. Man, she's ready.
Isn't that cool though? Just that childlike faith, man.
Yeah, I know.
I think that is so cool.
That's great.
She's pumped. So. We had a pretty good push at like when when it came in.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good push down right out of the
Yeah.
perfect supply zone. I think it went one tick in and it just dropped. You talking about the open there? Or,
Yeah.
Yeah, the big move down. Yeah.
Yeah, we would have actually been in before the open. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
Have y'all
around
done any
9:20.
trading this morning at all?
What was that?
Have y'all taken anything today?
Oh yeah. Soto's taking 2 or 3 trades, right? Soto.
3, yeah. So I took my first one, my full order, and then my the second I won, but that was only a small number of contracts I traded, and then my third one was lost, but that was also a small number of contracts I traded.
Good job. But you got the first one.
I did.
Good deal. You know, if you were to go by BK's method, you'd be finished. You would be up.
Exactly. He'd be done, man.
Yeah.
You'd be up too if you wouldn't have taken the other 2.
Well, I'm still up because I took a small fraction. So I kind of broke even there because I won one and lost one in the small.
Right.
Yeah, no big deal.
How was Dolphin Island?
What's that?
How was Dolphin Island? Didn't he go down there?
Yeah.
No, little change of plans. Like actually, literally everything changed. So I actually ended up spending with time with some friends up in North Alabama and Mid Alabama, and time was life was good. I enjoyed every moment of it. We were, I bet you there.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're a family man now, so you understand this, but we're playing a family game, like football, just friendly. We're here, actually we're out there for the kids. We're literally playing at a church parking lot. And you know me, when the kids are younger than 12, you let them catch the ball, you let them, open room. You don't go tackle the kid, I'll tell you that. You don't hold people and push them down, especially somebody who's potentially recovering from a knee injury like myself. And next time I know, I got a former college athlete, actually a former professional athlete, come and pull me down. Almost take me out. That is correct.
What are you guys talking about, man?
I didn't say your name. I just agreed to what he said. So everyone, like all the other kids, were like, "Oh my gosh, I thought we were just having fun." Like, yeah, me too. We're just playing for kicks over here, but homeboy over here thinks he's still in the NFL.
That's what's funny, man. If everybody on this channel knows you already, knows how full of BS you are. How you completely turn that around.
Why?
How you completely turn that around. This guy's going all out on me. I'm like, well, dude, we're just all-time quarterbacks, man. What are you doing? When he's just going all out on me, pushing me down, I'm like, all right. So he starts to bend over a little bit. And I pull his shirt over him like a hockey player, then push him down.
Yeah, he got me pretty
He already
good.
had his momentum going forward, so I just kind of let it continue to go.
That's great.
Yeah.
But it was fun, man. He
It
was
was-
picking on
it was-
little guys. He was.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. One of the
We
kids
did
that
win,
did
so
tackle-
let me go ahead and throw that out. We did.
Oh, I
win.
didn't know we were keeping the score.
Oh yeah, you were adamant about keeping score until you lost.
As soon as we lost, I was like, I thought we were just gonna do a prayer post-game prayer team, just hanging out.
It was fun, though.
No, we had a great. It was a lot of fun.
We were under the lights, man. It was like 9 o'clock at night.
It
or
was
something.
perfect weather, yeah. Perfect weather, little slight rain, I think we had.
Yeah, it was a little slippery at times.
Little slippery. Then I realized how out of shape I was after the first run. I was done. But I did beat Brian on a breakaway. So.
That you just completely dropped the ball and hit you in the face.
Okay, I didn't say I kept the ball. I said I beat you on the breakaway.
You did, yeah. You got me
You
one.
did a better route.
Yeah. And the ball was perfect throwing ball. It
Oh my
went right
God.
through his face, right through his hand, and into the face.
It hit me on my mouth, actually. Like, it couldn't be any better. All right, hey guys, I got a trade here to go along at 23.5.
At what?
23.5.
Oh yeah. Okay.
3223.5.
3-2. All right. Yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier. Let's see here.
Earlier.
Yeah, it was 23 and a half. Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna look at this here. Just got picked.
I'm not in it right now because I think it's heavy, so I'm waiting. But
Yeah, there's
hopefully
something
it
wrong
bounces for
here.
you. Hopefully it bounces right here for you.
What is going on?
I think you had a good zone. I think it's going to bounce.
Yeah.
23 and a half. I might go in after the fact here. Let's see here. Maybe not. I'll wait. I'm going to wait.
Yeah, probably a good idea.
I would go. I mean,
I gotta get out of the trade here.
I'd be at like 17ish.
Yeah, we had a spot up there. Right, I gotta manage to get out of this. Oh my god.
Go in right here though.
Oh.
Shoot, I'm missing it. Dang it.
I don't know what the heck just happened. All right, hold on.
Lost.
No, I had to manually get out. My stops, I didn't have any stops.
Oh really?
Yeah, like I'm looking to get like hit
It's
one.
flashed on you too quick. I've had that happen. It will make you so upset. You'll want to call Tony Atkinson.
No. It wasn't even that. Like when I got picked up, I was looking to see where my stops were. I didn't have a profit stop or one or anything. My strategy is on. I don't know what the heck just happened. Yeah, it's I don't know. It's weird. It doesn't stop. Yeah, it had my. I just looked at it. It had my my profit, like all my contracts, like at 20 points out. Like I don't even have a strategy for 20 points out.
That's weird. I don't know why that would be happening.
Yeah.
I think I get some more support right here, even though this is kind of heavy. I'd like this thing to slow down a little bit, but I think it's going to bounce in this area pretty strong here.
Yep.
Dang, where are you going to bounce at? You're going to bounce right here. I'm going to get in. It's a higher risk trade, guys. I'm going to take a trade, but it's definitely higher risk.
Order pending.
So everybody knows that, but I'm going to get in.
I'm at 17
Order
even.
filled.
Pace away.
Yeah, I'm in it right here at 20 and a half, and it's just going to take me out. It's going to take me out, I think.
What the heck? Alright, let's see.
It's a higher risk trade, just catching a bounce out of this big move down, but I think it's going to push through it a little bit lower, take me on out.
Stop
Yep, I'm
filled.
out.
Yeah.
All right. Yep. That's definitely some gunslinging right there.
Okay.
So let's find the area where we're looking at for a bounce.
I got it at 16 here, 17 flat here. That's what I talked about earlier.
I'm in at 17 flat as well, so.
Oh, are you?
Yep.
Okay. So we get in?
Nope.
No, I've not gotten in the actual trade, but that's where my line's sitting. I've been here for minutes. Long time.
Yeah, we hit that sell from earlier, and it looks like this one when you got there, a big, Metro from 17 to go, mine goes from 17 to 16 and a quarter.
I've actually go from 17, yeah, it's 16 and a quarter, but then I've got another zone that goes from 16 to 15, so I'm thinking anywhere in there.
Yeah, it looks like we missed that trade though by one tick. Look at that.
One tick.
You can't have a little tick come your way. All right.
Yeah, I didn't get it.
I'm really hungry, by the way. Dude, I left my burger in the car.
You what?
I left the burger in the car.
I know that. Rachel goes,
Dude,
"That
like-
smell."
You just carry burgers around?
No, we went to eat somewhere. Back, Whataburger.
Still, like, that feels like it was a pen or a lighter. Like, hey, man, I accidentally left my pen in your car. I left a burger in there.
Well, I didn't finish it.
Hamburger.
And I took it to go, and then I left it in the car. Well, good thing we didn't tell your wife we went to eat salads.
Yeah, no.
Local salad bar.
Nice.
Sounds like my house.
Yeah, that's my little guy still.
Everybody's sick over here, except for me. Of course, solid as a rock.
Tomorrow, he's on the hospital.
Yeah.
The great influenza's back.
It makes Madeline sad, man. When I say that she's had the flu twice and all this stuff.
Wait, twice like this
She's the
year?
one to eat so healthy and
Yeah,
all that.
oh, yeah. And people will call and they'll be like, well, are you sick? I always say the same thing. I'm like, no, I'm solid as a rock. She gets so bad. She's like, I don't want to ever hear you say that again.
Has she really got the flu twice this season?
Yes, well, I don't really know if it's this season.
Oh, this year.
In the last 12 months.
She's had the flu twice.
Yes, twice.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
But now, don't get me wrong, Scarlett, and her, they Eskimo kiss all day and night. It's just like always in each other's faces. So,
Right.
man, kids are filthy.
Yeah. Wow. By the way, still hurting that we missed this by a tick, but yeah. Mm.
Well, we didn't lose it.
Right, we get it picked up. That's what I meant. Rather, yeah.
It would have been cool to trade it, but
Yeah, no big deal. We'll get another shot.
my next spot's gonna be probably like 25 and a quarter. I'm taking a New Year's resolution and I'm starting it now.
What is that?
I'm doing like no more hunting a place to trade. I'm gonna it's gonna have to like meet every single rule and then I'm gonna trade.
Yeah, good for you.
Yeah, I thought that was already the original plan.
Well, it is, but we all get a little crazy. All three of us get a little handsy.
I've never taken any more trades I should not take it.
So,
Really?
no.
Except that 1 week where I think it was BK was not here. No, that's what we did okay. I went wild 1 week.
I think BK was here and we were all just wondering what was wrong with me.
Yeah.
I remember that week.
When he wasn't here, it's when we were like, okay, we gotta like stick to every single rule we ever applied.
So you trying to say I'm a bad influence?
No, it said that the pressure was on that you weren't here, so we couldn't like screw it up because there's no one else to blame.
Yeah.
You gotta take responsibility, huh? That's
Yeah.
tough.
So, we did.
Yeah, we had a good time. I might put a trade. I don't know if we'll get up there, but 25 and a quarter here.
That's where I'm at.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yep.
It's like 25,
Strong.
25 and a 0.5, yeah.
What is this, Mark? I don't know. I put some kind of indicator. I don't even really remember what it is.
What is it?
Volume profile.
Oh, I don't
You
know.
use
I,
volume profile.
Yeah, I was using it back in the day. Feels like it was a month ago, but it was only a few days
Yeah,
ago.
we talked about it a few days ago.
oh, okay, yeah.
What do I want to pay attention on this volume profile with these lines?
Yeah. You're just mainly looking for the VPOC out of it.
Okay, well, the VPOC, if we're going off
It depends on where you're drawing the volume profile.
Yeah.
Hey, BK, LJ has a question.
Oh, okay. I haven't looked at that. Let me see.
Sorry, I just saw that.
Let's see. Guys, how did you pick trade at 16th or 17th? What zone are you looking? Well, y'all decided that because y'all had that zone. I didn't have it.
It was so long ago.
When was that? I don't remember. How, wait,
You had the zone at 17 right there. Y'all just missed it by one tick. Where did you get the zone from?
I'm showing you. Hang on, I gotta get it from my candle.
Oh, okay. When she said 17, she's talking about, okay, got it. 3217, got it. Okay.
Yeah.
I have to do a look. Are you going to find it so I don't have to go back?
But how did you come up with it? You guys looked back in previous price action to find it?
Yeah, we just went back to previous price action, and there was a zone down there, and it was basically the first. What I do is I look for the first zone candle, back. I don't keep going back once I find it in that area. And we just saw that the candle was getting heavy. So what I did is I just started scrolling back and trying to find something lower. I looked at the price of where the candle was, and I was looking for a zone lower than where the candle is currently. And it was a couple days back, and we just found a doji back there and put the buy right. I put it on the first tick inside the zone. It was a very small doji. It was like a three, it was only like a 3-tick doji. So I put it right in on the very top line of orders, and probably should have front run at one time.
Yeah. Yep. I think we just did the same thing. Went back to December 21st. There's a little 5-minute candles at 9:15. It's a traditional. It's actually both a hidden zone and a traditional, and so it qualifies for both. And then drew that up, and it has not been triggered, and so we just waited for it.
So it was actually drawn. Yeah, okay. I'm showing it on the screen. They went back to this area here. It's actually this zone right here. It's a candle that was drawn back way back here on like they said on the December 21st. We actually had it drawn during that time frame, but on that day, and it's actually almost respected it at this point. That's where they went back to. Because I leave all my zones drawn from previous trading days, so you can see that was actually a zone drawn that was never triggered, and they were going to come back to it now to trigger it. And it just got one tick short. I could possibly still get down there, but that's what it is.
So yeah, anytime you see that we have a zone, that's all we did is there's no other way to my knowledge to find a zone besides just looking back to get sure that it hasn't been triggered, and you find that supply and demand zone. And in this case, since price has not been here in quite a few days, we had to go, last time price was from this area, so.
Yeah, that's the big thing to look for, guys, is when you see price move hard down like this and it's pushing through previous zones, you just have to keep going to the next zone. Excuse me. Area of
There we go.
yeah, no, gosh. Area of support in this situation, right? So where that and by definition, support is where price took off to the upside because there was a lot of buyers. So all you're doing is going back in time to find the next area of significant support that meets our criteria, and in this case, that happened to be the first time back there on December 21st at 17. There's a area of significant support, which is the demand zone. Okay, and that's how they're doing it. And that's what you do. It doesn't matter if you got an up move or a down move. That's what you're looking for. Previous areas that have not been triggered or not been tested of support or resistance. Supply and demand. So yeah. Everybody there?
Oh yeah, I'm just watching it, hoping it, fingers crossed.
So
Yeah,
it must be
I'm gonna keep an eye on this right here. I'm gonna go a little deeper. I'm looking at 16 and a quarter potentially, 16 and a half.
Yeah, I got a zone drawn at 14.
Damn.
Yeah, it's an hourly zone.
Okay. Oh, okay.
I'll wait on the hourly at this point. Man. Yeah, so I hope that helped you, LJ. Hope to kind of explain why they were finding that zone there and the reasons for that. So, yeah, if it doesn't make sense, please ask. I appreciate you asking the question. Continue to ask questions for sure. Anybody. There goes Soto scrolling back again.
That's not me. That's not me this time.
Oh, that was Mitchell this time.
That was me on the trackpad.
See, dude, I'm telling you, bro. Not me. No.
When they came out with the two-finger swipe on the trackpad, that was a good invention. How you can move the screen right and left by your fingers.
Are you still using the Mac? Or not the Mac, what are you using? The Dell? No,
Yeah.
Dell. Yeah, Dell. Uh-huh.
Yeah, this is one of my first purchases for trading. Whoever put it together did not put it very well. It's lost a few screws in the bottom.
Are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I felt so accomplished. I added some extra RAM to my laptop.
Ooh.
Dude, I started calling my brother. Like, hey, if you need any help.
So you need to open up a computer.
Keep in mind, my brother's a computer software engineer. So every time I did that, I called my brother, like, and I took some pictures. I was like, if you need any help your computer stuff, let me know. I'm pretty much a pro here. So. Of course, it's funny because he's a guy that does all that stuff, but I feel like he doesn't have the best computer that he should probably have. Yeah, I don't know.
Dude, I've had a Mac since right before I graduated college, and still use it to this day. I mean, it's solid.
Yeah.
7 years ago.
Well, I had a Mac, and I gave it to my brother. And for some reason, after a month, he said it didn't work anymore. Like, I've had that Mac, it was like wonderful, just magical, and suddenly it doesn't work. And he had to I had to reboot everything, and it still doesn't work. I'm like, something happened. So
I don't feel like this computer is going to be the most long-lived thing ever. It is what it is. I don't ever do any of that virus protection on it.
Yeah. Somebody stole my information because BK, I had another charge, attempted charge this morning.
Why would anyone want your information?
I'm with you. I don't know if they know.
I thought you were just going to close it.
I have to call them today. After we get done with this.
Yeah.
Is
That
it your
surprises me
debit
that
card?
they, well, at least they denied it, I guess, but they hadn't reached out to you.
Yeah. Well, I officially not only did I lock it, but I reported it stolen. So when I get my reports, like this was denied because there was report stolen, but they're still trying.
Is it your debit card, sir?
It is. No, it's not my primary. It's just one I had.
I would just go get you another card.
Yeah, I'm going to actually close that bank. I don't really use that bank. I was using it for like online purposes.
Yeah.
So I've actually, I don't even think I ever actually had a transaction.
That happens to be about once every year or two.
For you?
Yeah, but I travel a lot, so like I'm always going to sketchy gas stations and stuff, and yeah, man. I go through a couple debit cards a year. I feel like from that, it's not that big of a deal. Just call the bank and say, hey, I didn't make this charge, and I need to do that.
Right.
Nice.
My concern is how they got it, because I haven't, like if I would have used it, then okay, somebody stole it, but I haven't used it. So that's my concern. It's like, how
At all?
At all. I've never bought anything with the card. I use it to transfer money from account to account, if you would.
But you don't use the card.
No. But I don't even use it to transfer money anymore because, like, I use other other online services now.
I don't know, man. You could sign up for one of those things where they'll check your stuff. I don't know what you call that.
Yeah, you mean like lock? What is that thing called? Lock?
Well, like I think Equifax will do it too. They'll probably leak your info, but
Yeah, that's probably the people that cause everything to happen. That's probably the problem. But I mean, I don't have really any money there, so it's okay. It's just the idea of how did they get it? What else has been compromised?
yeah, I understand that.
But every time I go hang out with friends, I tell them that my information has been stolen and I can't use my debit card, so they pay.
We knew that already, Soto.
I know.
We got the big.
We looked right through that, man.
BK, by the way, I used to say this. You know that burger I got yesterday? Maybe you may be thinking that I paid for that, but I didn't have to pay for that. You want to tell why, BK?
Because I'm a nice guy, that's why.
You know, because you lost a bet, another bet, like 20 bets in a row you lost.
Yeah, you might think, you would think you'd be smart enough to understand what's going on there, too. But
You're giving it to me? You're not giving it to me, bro.
I'm absolutely giving it to you, man.
Dude, I gave you 10 points.
No. We all knew that wasn't going to be enough.
Yeah, so I took LSU against Oklahoma, and
Well, it was, dude. I'm trying to help you out, but I won't any more if you're going to be this way about it.
no, I didn't know. I didn't want to know. I took you down fair and square, bro.
Okay, yes,
I
you
even
did,
gave
Soto.
you, like,
LSU beat the brakes off of
They did.
Fair and square, Soto. That's what I need to talk to you stuff.
Yeah, we only watched, like, the best part, little Mitch, is that, that, you know, we obviously LSU scored first and everything looked good, but then I had to go to the store, and then, like, as soon as I went to the store, I got a text saying, tie game, and, like, for the next 2 hours, I didn't get another text message, and so I knew, I didn't even check the score, but I knew I was so good.
I actually honestly did think it was going to be a little bit better than that. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, I did too. I would have thought Oklahoma would put up something, but
I figured maybe a couple touchdowns, but really, dude, 63, whatever, 28.
yeah, that makes it look bad on the playoff system.
Right.
The way you got put in, because I mean these games should be tight. They should not be like that.
Right.
Clearly, Bama should be in.
That's what I was thinking, man.
That's the only reason.
We would have beat them punks.
Yeah, we would have beat them this time. I don't know. LSU's steamrolling. They've got.
They're good. They're good. They got it going on, man. They got it working. Can't argue with it. But I'm pulling for Clemson.
I like that. I would pull
I'm
for
pulling for
Clemson.
Dabo just because I like Dabo.
You want to put some money on it?
How much you want to put on it, Soto?
All right, we'll go flat. We'll do dinner this time, bro. I'm tired of all the free lunches.
All right, we'll go even, straight up.
Yeah, of course, straight up.
We always
But you
asking
should
for
give me.
stuff, man.
You should give me. You just give me 3/4 of free entry on the quarterback.
What
And-
you
begging
should
for
bet,
something,
Sega,
man. Always
you
begging.
should bet when BK tells you the new information. If you win the bet, you get it this month. Otherwise, you have to wait 4 months.
Why would we do that? That's the worst thing ever. And
That's how confident are you in your team, man?
no, I'm confident to buy dinner because see, it would bring me joy either way to feed someone else.
We went to a big dinner a few days ago. There's like 10 of us, all went, and I knew it was going to happen. The one guy that got the bill, he's like a big jokester, always wants to do stuff like that. And he was like, let's play credit card roulette.
Yes.
Here we go. And it never fails. I'm going to get picked.
No way.
Every time, man. It's like, I knew it. I was like, man, they're going to bring me the check. Watch. They did. I don't know if the card is appealing. I have one of those metal American Expresses for work, you know what I mean? Like, it's because I put so much of it on my work stuff on personal or whatever. So I don't know if they like that card, but I always get picked.
How do you guys do it? Like how do you guys play?
Everyone's credit card just goes on top of the bill. And then the waitress picks a credit card and puts the whole bill on it.
Oh yeah, that's when you gotta get like. Yeah, you can't get that one. You gotta get one that, man, you just kind of don't even want to touch the card.
Yeah.
It's like, I'll make it sick if I even touch this thing. Yeah.
You just want to make it nasty. But
You know how you can put pictures? This is horrible. You know how you can put like some cards you can put like a customized picture on it?
yeah.
Put like a picture of you at the hospital. Just like trying to make it through the day. And hopefully they won't pick
I
it up.
always get picked. It's terrible.
Oh man. I'm gonna start playing that game. I like that.
It's fun if you have like a bunch of buddies, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm
But
gonna have to wait. I'm gonna have to wait to play that game. That's funny.
But not when there's 10 people and everyone got wine and stuff. It's like, oh Lord, this is gonna be rough.
Dude, that's when you take a call. But guys, I'll be right back in like weeks.
They'll never let you live that down, you know?
Right.
Straight peasant if you do that.
Yeah, they can't do that.
It's like, it's gonna rag you forever. Told my dad about it. He's like, why would you do something so stupid, son?
That sounds about right.
Serves you right. Do something stupid like that. He said that doesn't even sound fun. Who would want to play that? I was like,
I
it's
do.
so hard to explain things to you, Dad.
Your dad, yeah, your dad, he always hated everything I ever did. Like, yeah, you ever did this to your friends? Like, no, why would you do that? Like, I don't know. I'm sorry. It was cool though.
Because I was like complaining, I guess. I wasn't complaining. I was like, God, I just had to pick up a bill for like 10 people. We played this credit card roulette. And he was quiet. He's like, I don't know why you do something so dumb. It's like, okay. They could pay for their own meal. I'm like, yes, I know they could. But you don't get it. There.
He's like, all right, I don't get it, boy.
It's like when I was Jordan's return in school or whatever, he like came up on Parents' Day and we had like a long night at the house. I looked like death made over. I don't know why you would subject yourself to such. I would not subject myself to this. Dad, it's like part of it. Never understood. Never got it. So it is.
Yeah.
5 weeks.
Gotta
4
love
weeks,
that.
2.5 weeks, 5 weeks.
Before he's back to America.
His contract is up. Yeah,
That's awesome.
pretty pumped.
Yeah, dude, you need to have him call me. I haven't heard from a homeboy.
Oh gosh, I'll tell him.
Yeah.
He's on something. I can't remember. I'm trying to think of what this topic he got on the other day.
But what?
I can't. I don't know. I can remember he called me like 3 times and just would not stop, and it was hilarious. But I can't remember what it was now. He rambles a lot. Most of it's about aviation.
Oh yeah.
Oh gosh, and he hasn't had anyone there to, I guess, talk to. I guess you used to take a good bit when you were working with him.
Yeah.
And
From a retirement.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, we had a blast, dude. I love your dad, man. He's a funny guy, but like even though he makes fun of me because I don't like he can't understand anything I did. Like what like you just did. Like why would you do that? Like he doesn't understand. Like he just said. Like he's like you're like he'll be nice about it. It's like yeah, I would
Order
do that.
pending.
I'm dumb. I'm like oh okay. So I had fun, but yeah. BK, there's Caroline asked a question. BK.
Did she? Okay. I got to order at $25.75 short, by the way.
Yep, and they've done that.
Oh, okay.
That's what she said.
That's what she said. All right,
I need to get one of those things.
yeah, you do.
Yeah. All right, go ahead. Sorry.
Why don't you read the question and answer it, man? Why is it you answer it? She didn't say BK.
Yeah, but if she had a question for me, she would just text me.
Well, why don't
she
you
wants
answer
to
it for the whole channel then? So.
Sure. What would you suggest the order to use? Okay, find support and resistance, then supply and demand within that area, or the other way around? Okay, no. I find supply and demand first, then support and resistance within that zone to place trade. Yeah, that's what I told you. Okay, so yeah, I guess for some reason.
Answer that. So answer it.
Yeah, so I believe, and I could be wrong, but the best thing would be to find your supply and demand zone, right? Within that area, like she said, then you can see where the support resistance are, where you expect price to potentially bounce off within that supply and demand. And so then you can put your trade there, right? So,
1 second, guys.
yeah. So I think she kind of already, I don't know if that's an answer, because I already answered it, I guess. But, so yeah, I don't see how you would do support resistance first, then find supply and demand. It just seems that supply and demand would be the first one you use. And then within that, you want to find some supply and support resistance, right?
Yes, when it comes to actual trade, but I always look for support and resistance first from a big macro standpoint, meaning that when I first look at a chart, I can see support and resistance first before ever supply and demand, just because of where it's obvious where price has moved from, right? So, like look at like on my screen right now, right? We see this big move. I can just look at this thing immediately and just say, okay, because it moved out of that area from way up here to the top, there's resistance right there. So I know there's support and resistance somewhere right around there. So now I got to zero in and say, okay, we know that there's resistance happened right here. So where is the supply in this area of support and resistance? And that's when I'd go back and say, oh,
you know, okay. So
but when it comes to the actual trade, though, when you've already made your zones, so you've got two different times here. So when you've already made your zones of supply and demand, then you go in look for support and resistance inside that zone for the trade. Is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, you're okay. So I do what you just said exactly, but I didn't see it as like on the big picture. Obviously, when I'm looking for a supply and demand, you're looking at areas of support and resistance.
Right.
And so I guess that automatically was like that's how you find supply and demand. So I guess I didn't think about putting that order. So I guess I do 3 steps. I look at support and resistance, supply and demand, and then support and resistance within the supply and demand.
There you go. Perfect. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah,
I just wanted to clarify. You answered it correctly, but you just
Yeah.
kind of answered more right before you take the trade, which is kind of what she's asking. But I just want to make sure that everybody else understands
Yep.
the macro view down to the micro.
Yep.
You know. So yeah.
Right.
So yeah, Caroline, you're right. So when you find that supply and demand, you look for support and resistance inside that supply and demand to put your trade location.
Yeah. So in a way, the question is kind of confusing now because the way it's actually correct, both are correct, it's 3 steps instead of 2. Support systems, supply and demand, and then support systems within supply and demand.
There you go. Yeah.
So yeah, I just took it for like it was just automatic. Like obviously you go to those areas of support
So
systems
you
to
can't
find.
do that because that's what I do. Because
Right.
I've been doing it for so long, I just assume everybody understands that. And which
Me
I find
too.
out you can't do that. You got to
Yeah.
explain every bit of that out. So,
Yeah.
which is
And I
fine,
just-
you know, because
I
that's
took that too. Yeah.
that's completely fine. I mean, that's how we were all when we first started.
Yep.
I mean, you don't automatically think in those terms. So,
Right.
so yeah, that's correct.
Yep. And I'm sorry, me too. Even though I'm a beginner, I just for some reason I already assumed that too.
Yeah. So
yeah.
you're right. So hopefully that answered your question. If not, then ask again, Caroline. But yeah, we look for that overall big macro view. We look for support and resistance just because it kind of gives you the framework, and then from there you kind of start looking for supply and demand zones. And once you found your supply and demand zones, at that point, then you start looking for where am I going to trade out of this supply or demand zone, and that comes down to support and resistance inside that supply zone or demand zone. So, so hopefully that answered your question.
Yeah, next time you embarrass me like that, we're gonna have issues. Caroline.
You're talking to Caroline there.
Yeah, I'm talking to Caroline. Yeah.
Dude, Caroline will whip your tail so fast, I can already tell, and she'll wear you out, dude.
So you know,
She's a much more successful trader than you.
it's actually quite impossible when you're 100% already, but no big deal. Yeah. Yeah.
My mom's been on me. She wants me to teach her how to do this.
That's
so.
really?
Oh, really? That's great.
She told me Thursday. She was like, Thursday, I'm in. I was like,
What?
I don't know. She's so weird. Like when she probably like has something cleared where she wants to be like fully in. Like she's gonna be like, all right, here's some money. I want to set up an account. So,
That's awesome. She just came out of the blue, huh? You hadn't been talking to her about
well,
it?
she's been thinking it's snake oil for a while.
Oh yeah, I know. Everybody thinks it's snake oil until you do it.
I got to follow
Now
that.
that it's been like 9 months and I still haven't deviated at all, she's like, all right, he betted it.
That's awesome, man. That's great.
Perfect. Boom. As Caroline said. Boom. That's it.
Boom. Okay, she stole that from me, but yeah.
Got it. Well, and you actually stole it from my boy. What's his name?
The guy the chef.
No, he stole it from Madden.
What's his name? Steve
John.
Matt. Yeah.
Oh, John Madden.
Yeah, so this is how you did the test. Boom. Yeah. I can't do his voice. I never worked in his voice. Did you ever watch Corn Popper commercial?
Watch what?
The popcorn popper thing?
No, I don't.
On
I don't
YouTube?
sit around and watch
Okay.
commercial stuff. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no.
No, it's not a real commercial. It's like a SNL, Matt TV commercial.
I don't remember. I'm
Or,
I don't
yeah.
remember it.
All you gotta do is help with the pop. You can't help it. So funny.
Hey Soto, have you sent me your trade?
I'm about to, bro.
No, huh?
But I have not.
Are we gonna be up tomorrow and Wednesday?
What's tomorrow? The 31st?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll be up tomorrow, but I don't. I mean, we could try. I mean, I think it'll be open. It just probably be very limited, but it'll be open.
Tomorrow or Wednesday, both.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be fine tomorrow, but I mean, the afternoon won't be as strong as the morning. you know,
Right.
but it'll still be up and running. But but the Wednesday might be just light all day. You know, so I
Right.
don't know if the market's going to close at noon or what. I'll have to look and see, but I don't think so. But probably won't do it on Wednesday just because of being New Year's, and I know Chris likes to get drunk and he'll be hungover on New Year's. So
That's one thing I did not regret or miss from my early 20s.
No, I'm joking. So
You still get one on soda?
I don't think he does. I'm just messing with him. I don't think he does. He might.
He sent me a video of him chugging a beer, jumping off of a diving board about.
Oh, okay. Maybe he still does.
So, I feel pretty confident that he was inebriated in that moment because he was fully dressed.
Of course. Yeah, that would be our sort of there. Oh man, yeah. So he might be. So we'll probably just call. We'll probably come back on Thursday. And try it out, but probably stay off on the first just in case.
Madeline has put in, but I don't know if we'll do it. We've talked about it, about going to Florence for the first. Apparently, there's a bunch of stuff going on, or they do something up that way. I don't know.
Florence?
Florence, you're Florence.
Really?
Yeah, that's like one of the areas to go for New Year's in North Alabama, the downtown of Florence.
Wow, I've not heard that before, and I live here.
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought it either. I was like, man, why would we do that? She just likes to literally go. Just be away.
Yeah, I do. I stay up for New Year's. I just roll over and kiss my wife. Say good night. Yeah. Happy New Year. I'm not much fun for going out and doing anything anymore.
Madeline's a gypsy, man. She's perfectly happy with a Sprinter van turned into a tiny home and just
go.
Yeah, I'm serious. Just a gypsy.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Now, if I was going to like New York or something for the ball, I'd do that kind of stuff. If I was going somewhere to get away, if I was going to get away for the New Year's, I would obviously stay up and bring it in and party a little bit, but not at home. It's just
no, it's not.
I'm not going out to the local restaurant. So yeah, no, we can all go see Caroline, man. She's in New York. We can all just stay with her, and we can go down to Times Square. That sounds like a good plan.
So, yeah.
Do you do that, Caroline? Are you going to go into Times Square for the ball drop and all that? I wonder if she's going to do that.
I went at Christmas time one year, but we didn't go over New Year's.
Yeah.
So cold. Whew.
Yeah, it's so pretty though, man. I love
it. It's
pretty during the winter.
I love it.
Christmas time in New York. Yeah.
But I tell you now, upstate New York is breathtaking. Like just driving through the countryside of upstate New York. I did that last year. Unbelievable.
Huh.
It's nothing like the East Coast side of New York. Let's put it that way. When you get like into the rural areas, it's crazy.
Yeah,
really.
We go to a private party over our friend's house, top overlooking city. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, I got friends that do that. They actually fly. The Andersons, they actually fly to New York, and they have a place there, and they host a big private party, and Trump used to be there and all that kind of stuff, so. Yeah, that's cool. That don't surprise me. Sozo started it all and left him high and dry. What happened to Soto? We've lost him all of a sudden. He's either eating or on the phone. What's he doing?
Sorry, I was on mute.
Oh, you over here just talking away on mute?
Yeah, I was like, saying yes, I started the event, but the point of events is to grow, right? You can't stay in the same thing. What's next? Okay, New York is great. What's next? What can we do greater? That's what I think. So that's what I do.
LJ, I used to live in that area for 8. Never heard anything about New York. Really? I didn't know LJ lived in the Florence area. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know either. I'm not much on the party scene.
Are you sure that, Mitchell, you sure?
She said to me, hey, let's go to Florence. I hear it's really fun for New Year's, and they have a couple things going on. I've been reading about it.
Because we got two locals right now saying,
Man, I think she makes a lot.
Yeah,
of
but
she
this,
tells me.
she probably, if she's read about it, she's doing more than I've done already. So, she might have something going on that I don't know about, man. I don't get it and get involved in anything anymore. So.
Yeah. Well, I think I've nipped it in the bud as far as like, why would we drive to Florence to just spend the night in Florence?
Yeah. I mean, sure they do have things going on. Obviously, I mean, every city in the country is going to have something going on. But what would make this one more spectacular than any one other one? I don't know. You know.
Probably not.
So I don't know, but not sure. All right, I'm gonna kill this trade, man. Price is not getting up in there.
Order
Getting to the end of our
canceled.
day anyway. All right, so did you send me that?
yep.
You did. All right.
Yeah.
Well, let me go ahead and get all this stuff together here. Let me find it here. So you're not gonna make a guest appearance back at your event, Soto, that you started?
I meant one day, but
Maybe one
it
day.
just, again, let's not get stuck in the past. Let's keep going, you know. So,
Okay.
one of my ideas was to rent a private island
Uh-huh.
and just go crazy. But like the right island was never actually there. Like what I wanted is not there. It's something we have to like I think make. Because like what I want a waterfall to be there with several like houses, so not and like a beach access with like some caves in there, and then like a golf course in the island, and like just like be stuck there for like the weekend. I think it'll be a lot of fun, and then like pull like a 24-hour, day where we go hiking and camping and caving and all that cool stuff.
You need to go back to Costa Rica.
Yeah.
Going back to Costa Rica for that.
That's literally
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Well, all right, guys, let's go ahead and shut her down, I think, at this point.
Yeah. So,
So let's go here on the screen, guys. You can see one of Soto's pictures here. I'll bring up both of them, but you can see his first trade of the day for the group, right? So you can see he's up, got a trailer running right there, and he's up 0.75, but he took his first points off right here at the first target. So he's made his first points for the day on 2 contracts. Nice job there. There's proof of that one. So let me pull the other one, and you can kind of see he's still continuing to trail. He's got his trail stop in there, and it's getting higher and higher. So nice job there, Soto. That's the proof that he made the trade. So let's bring that in here. Whoops, what am I doing here? All right, let's just go there. It's fine. All right, let's see here. Today is, what's today? 12/30, 19. 2 contracts, 1 point. 0. All right, here we go. So we're up to $2,908. So nice job. So over the next 2 trades, we'll push that three contract mark. So we'll start growing
That's
stuff
crazy.
a little bit quicker, huh? It only took us how many days now to get 2
I
contracts?
know it feels like, which I missed a day or two, but it feels like we were just now switching over to 2.
yeah.
So,
We were stuck in one for a while.
yeah, we were, and that's always hard, man, to get through that hardest one, and let them use. But the point is, you're growing. The count's growing, and you're doing it the right way, and that's
Right.
that's the thing we want to point out to everybody. So,
Yeah.
nice job there, Soto. So we always take between Mitchell and Soto, we always take the very first trade, win or lose. Okay, so and we post it here. So it doesn't matter if we continue to trade throughout the day or not. It's just that very first trade, because as a new trader trying to grow your contracts, trying to grow your account. You're starting at $1,000. You're just taking the one trade, win or lose, and you're done. You need to either go to a demo at that point if you want to continue to trade, or take the rest of the day and go do something fun. So that's kind of the thought process and what we're trying to show here. That 1 point, that's all you really need is 1 point a day, and you just have to be willing to let it grow slowly. And that you can see right here in 75 days we're up $1,900. Taking 1 point, right? 1 point win, 1 point loss. So it's going to grow slow at first, but you'll start to see here over this next year, you're going to see some absolutely phenomenal growth, and you're going to just not believe it, but you're going to you're going to see what that one compounding contract will do. Okay. So anyway, so good job there, man. Nice. Let me move that now. Just put this back on the screen. All right, so guys, I think that's probably going to be it for today. And but again, we'll be back tomorrow.
Real quick, LJ says, I just want to confirm we have a live trade tomorrow, and what is the next days in this week?
Yeah, we're going to we'll trade live tomorrow. We'll do it again tomorrow, but then we'll probably take New Year's off, which would be Wednesday off. But then we'll come back on Thursday and Friday. Okay, so we'll just take off Wednesday because Soto's probably gonna be hungover on the 1st. So
yeah, probably a little hungover.
We'll probably just take off on the 1st there, and then so Tuesday we'll just take off Wednesday this week, and then we'll be back Thursday and Friday. Okay.
Sounds good.
Yep. And Caroline said best party Soto started was a party called Jet to Yacht. More on that tomorrow.
Jet, yeah. So we'll just leave those adventures for tomorrow for more storytelling. So make sure to bring that back up, Caroline. So, all right. So, guys, good job, man. Everybody, nice trades today. Thanks for being here. And we'll do this thing over again tomorrow. All right, guys.
See ya.
All right, everybody, have a great day.
Bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Bye.
You've been listening and watching the Titan Futures 1 Point a Day Challenge. Live stream. Remember, we're live daily, 9 to 11. And BK, Soto, and Mitchell are here to help. The Titan Futures 1 Day Point a Day Challenge, where anyone can learn how to day trade the futures market. Till next time.